Welcome to another episode of the Sean Farrell podcast. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Let's not waste no more time. Let's get right to it. So I could have swore that I wrote some notes down for this next topic today. But I could have swore I was making some notes for a topic today. And so when I reached for the notes that I written down, obviously I didn't write no notes. And I'm sitting back thinking to myself, I could have swore I wrote some notes down about this topic. Obviously I did not. So I'm just gonna speak from man, that's the same thing Michael Jordan did. Anyway, the topic that I made notes for was mental health and rejection, or the notes that I thought I made. Okay, and so rejection affects everybody differently. For some people, they can get rejected and say, it is what it is. Some people get rejected and say, wasn't for me. Some people get rejected. They can be hurt a little bit, but they can be hurt for a couple of hours, but after that, they 100% move on and forget about it. Then there are other people who get rejected and they look at themselves completely different. The people who get rejected time after time after time after time begin to see themselves as somewhat of an outcast. And they begin to see themselves as not valuable. They see themselves as not being wanted, or they have a sense of not feeling loved. Okay, and so and I saw something that addressed the topic of chronic rejection. Okay, chronic rejection, being rejected your whole life, can lead to depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, and yes, sometimes suicide can be, and suicide can result as a condition of chronic rejection. Okay, take me for instance. Okay, when I was younger, I thought it was absolutely imperative to have a girlfriend. Okay, I thought it was imperative, and I was just so hyper focused on that just so blinded, okay, that I couldn't see that take your time. So, like, sir, take your time. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in any particular rush, okay? And when I got her rejected, I'm speaking for myself, when I was younger, it messed with me mentally. It really messed with me mentally, and I saw myself as not wanted or not desirable, okay? So I just never really, tried anymore. Okay. I never really tried. And so, 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 it really messed with me mentally. Okay. I would get depressed. See myself as not desirable, not wanted. And so, in the midst of being oppressed, my default mechanism started to become sports. Okay. Whenever I was rejected, my default mechanism was sports. I would immediately start thinking about basketball, football. Okay. I would immediately start thinking about sports as my default reject mechanism. Okay. So, I guess you can kind of say it was a default / depression that that was there when I was rejected. Okay. And like I said, it messed with me mentally, so much so to the point where I didn't try anymore. And I got desperate. I really admit that. I got desperate. Okay. I got desperate. And when you're desperate, you don't make the best decisions, especially mentally. Okay. So there was a situation back in 2010 where I met this one lady online, and we were talking. This is when I worked 2 jobs and only had weekends off. But we met, and like I said, only had weekends off. And so we met, got into a relationship. I was desperate, and quickly jumped into a relationship, and it was hell. It was hell. And the hell lasted for a year. And I just could not be in hell no longer, because it was making my mental health even worse. Okay. Making my mental health even worse, making me even more depressed. Okay. Not going to give you the whole story. Not going to give you the whole story. Not going to bore y'all with that. But yeah, it was hell. And it was making my mental health worse, and I was even more depressed than ever. Okay. Those are the type of things that happen when you get desperate. Okay. And so rejection, it can mess with you mentally. Relationship rejection, social rejection. Most people handle rejection in their own ways. Most people are strong enough to handle it. There are some people who aren't. Okay. And so I would just say nobody likes to be rejected. Okay. I would encourage people who are rejected to don't try to look at it in a negative way. I would just say look at it as try to look at it as a positive thing. Okay. By saying, say like that you get rejected by someone you want on a date. Okay. And so she says no. And you can just while you may be hurt, you can just put a positive spin in the midst of your hurt and say, okay. You say, oh, okay. she rejected me, but she's missing out on what a great guy I am. Okay, you can just say stuff like that. Okay. So like I said, everybody handles rejection differently. When I was younger, I got very depressed when I was rejected, okay? Or look at the situation that I was in a few weeks ago when I told this one woman how I felt about her, okay? And I kind of already knew it in the back of my mind that she had someone. So that was in the back of my mind. So it wasn't surprising. Okay? So, another thing I would encourage, if someone rejects you, try to, redirect that pain of rejection into something else. Like, try to redirect that pain into, something like lifting weights. No, it can be the fuel that you need to, like, it can be the fuel that you need to really get it going. Okay. So try to what's the word I'm looking for? What's the transform that rejection pain into something that you like to do, or like paint, journaling, running, weightlifting. Okay. So, and let me also say, hey, this too. Now, wait. Nah, I'm actually going to address this other topic in the next video. Okay, so I was going to address this topic in the same video, but I'm gonna address it in another video. Okay, so that's it, and that's all for the Sean For Real podcast. God bless you all. See y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.